My hair, bro. It's getting a little too long. But I gotta thank the Lord. My era and the one before me is stepping in with a lot of this stuff. They're trying to teach kids. Like, I get it that the kids are gonna be against it if somebody's facilitating that stuff. But they forget. I've been against them the whole time. That's why weak men create this shit. It really is our fault, bro. That's why I don't blame girls. I don't blame girls. Not at all. I blame some women, never a girl. I never blame a girl. I'll be a boy at heart as long as I live, probably. Because I'm not gonna get what you. I'm not gonna have kids, probably. I can't afford them. You have to have a girlfriend first, anyway, right? And your girlfriend has to be first out to begin with, right? That's why I just like don't care. They're gonna come troll forever. They don't know how to leave you alone. They don't want you to be happy. Happiness is not my objective. The pursuit of happiness is guaranteed, though. Should be. Because I've been saying we're in indoctrination camps, concentrating hard, eating ration food since I'm like a little kid. Like, well, yeah, I got gripes. You're raising us up to be a bunch of fucking zombies. Trotskyites. You understand? I don't have to go to college to know that shit. Like, are you mad that I have that kind of knowledge that you used to learn in college, but you could have gone for way less money? Like, are you mad? That all I did was study. Like, you thought I was getting drugged out and shit and partying, but all I did was go into conspiracy theory mode. Because I was not liked. I didn't have a huge group of people that always wanted to chill with me. No offense, I don't take shit personally, bruh. Unless you know that you're personally hurting me. Like, you're one of the only people that knows that. You do this anyway. That's why I say what I say. They like to throw jabs. Like, bro, keep throwing your little jabs, you're gonna get hit with a haymaker. You know? And it's not gonna be from me. Because I just let you keep flicking me and flicking me. Because if I start acting like it bothers me, then you're gonna do more. That's an experiment world to me. Trigger, 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 trigger. Like you're trying to trigger you. A lot of people do that shit. I'm never intentionally trying to trigger somebody. Like, bro, it's just a statement. It's not so deep. Well, you don't do it loud? Why don't you do it louder like all the other times? That's what I always say to myself. Why don't you do it so everybody else could see you doing that? It's one of the most annoying things I could think of. To hear that all the time. Talking to a dog like that. Especially if it don't want nothing to do with you. Stay away from those dogs. So what if the owner is not around and the dog is just biting me? Am I allowed to defend myself? Oh, come on, it's a little dog. Just let it bite you. Okay, bro. I guess a little dog doesn't have claws and teeth either. That's why I don't go up there. I don't want to have any accusation on me. Because I don't want that shit around me, really. This fucking thing's not making. This thing is making me not like dogs. Good. I'll never hate dogs, but maybe it's what I needed. Because I don't need to be around that shit all day. It's a waste of time and energy. Especially a dog like that, bro. It's like, what is that? What is that even the purpose of? Like, I could protect this place more than that fucking thing. You know, I'm tired of getting treated like a dog, bro. I really am. I've been getting treated like a dog my whole life. I don't like it. Maybe if I had a wife, I'd let her put me on a leash a little bit. But, you know, not if she's gonna go do worse shit. She's gonna, let's say she tells me I can't have any of these female friends that I never even hooked up with. Like, bro, you think that about me because that's what you would do with all your guy friends, you know? See, I don't think that about all girls. But it is weird. Like, I could see why guys don't like that. Because guys, deep down, know. Like, even if they were just friends, there was that feeling, you know? There's a feeling of that. I could see why. I could see why there's conflict between that. They just never understood who I was. Like, oh yeah, the way you have all these guy friends, right? I have all these girls who are friends with me, right? I have all these girls, but I'm not gay. That's the thing I'm trying to say. Like, I had all these friends that were girls that I never got with, but I'm not gay. So maybe you should respect me a little bit. Because being, let's say that Tupac video, for example, right? They are a little. What's up? They say he's effeminate, right? But does that mean he's actually on some sugar in the tank? Because that's a little kid you're talking about in that video. You know, he's clearly more influenced by his mother back then. When he's young, when you're a young kid, you listen to your parents more. I mean, usually, I mean, back in the day, there's always kids that ain't trying to hear nothing though. I didn't want to do shit that they had to say because I thought it was all BS back in it. Like, I think it's all BS still. That's the thing. Like, nobody knows what the fuck they're doing, giving you these rules to follow. Like, the only rules that you probably should follow come from God, you know? God's law is more perfect than anything I could come up with. Like, there's got to be a reason for it, is what I say. But I'm not trying to. I wouldn't force it on anybody to eat that way or to dress that way, like to walk around like that. How they do. It's like characters, you know, like playing dress up. You know, and playing dress up. They like to role play. You know, they do the LARPing all day. Some people do it with the roles in society too. You know, they take their role very seriously. Imagine if I was like, I'm the best landscaper of all. That's why I don't respect rap. Like, they're trying to erode the pillar of rap. That's why a lot of people don't like it. They didn't realize what hip hop was, what it is. They didn't realize that hip hop is forever. But you know, it's gonna alter. There's things are people change, bro. They influence music forever. The way like rock instruments influenced the way music sounded, guitars and all that type of stuff. But back in the day, they weren't playing guitars. They're playing classical piano with violins. They weren't playing banjos and fiddles back in Europe, you know. always been that way. Is what I'm trying to say. Like you want to blame it on Australia when you're very, very much alike them. When I think we're all just one big ashtray over here. Like they flick all the fucking rubbish over here that they don't want in the country anymore. Come on, go over there. Go in America. Come on, go, 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 go. You know, that's how I feel about it. And then the shit erodes, and then so you're not allowed to have any type of sovereignty. I guess you have to go to foreign court system and make sure it's okay to spend money and get a permission slip. Like this is all the things that Gandhi was against from England. This is all the things that all these people back in the day were against from England. Like they didn't want that. They didn't want imperialism to rule over them like that. You know, from a monarchy that's across the sea. And so what's the difference? What does it matter? It's all technology anyway. Exactly. What if it's AI already, bro? How do I know that's really whoever it is on the screen? How do I know that? I'm not going up to them shaking their hands. But at the same time, it's not like it's not in your hands. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a reflection, bro. It's not just a tool, but it's definitely a reflection of things. Because I get frustrated with this version of this version of the tool. You want to say is a tool? Because it's old, right? I'm basically getting harassed for doing art. Is how I feel. When somebody's okay, they're okay with it. They're not telling me to back off. Like nobody's saying back off like that. Nobody's saying, hey, you need to relax. Nobody's telling me shit like that. When if I make a piece of art with a girl that's in it, you know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm using a celebrity's image. Like, bro, I've used plenty of images from male actors too in my art. Like I've done plenty of pieces of art on my Instagram, digital art. It's not really. I'm not an artist. You know, I wouldn't consider myself an artist. I just like to make digital art. I like to write poetry, bro. I wouldn't call myself an artist though. You know. I'd call myself a landscaper before I was an artist. I'd call myself a poet before I'd call myself a rapper or an artist. Like they made everybody so like they try to put themselves on the pedestal. It's Satanism. You know, that's what I don't like about it. That's what I don't like about it. And then they act like you're against your own country for saying it. Like, it's a Satanist, bro. They tried to get you to take all these pricks. Like, it's everybody's favorite now. It's like that. It didn't even happen. That time didn't even exist, right? You want to wipe it away from your memory? Where they just locked everything down, put up all these towers for reception, for cell phone reception. Yeah, okay. But like I said before, there's got to be a reason for it. You know, God allows this stuff to be this way. That's why I don't blame everything on just the devil or people. Sometimes it's just God doing what he does, and people do what they do, and it goes through God's will anyway. It doesn't matter what you say, you know, in my opinion. It doesn't really matter. All these words I'm saying, they never mattered. It's filler. A lot of this stuff is filler, you know, backfill, background music. I noticed that when I was young. I was like, people just like to use their tongue way too much. They don't know how to use their ears, even though they got two of those. They like to use their tongue so much. But hey, me too, bro. Hey, maybe that's what they like about me. Right? Because I don't make them do that. Usually. I don't have them do that. That's why I try not to say anything bad on here. There's kids and shit, bro. They got kids on YouTube now. YouTube came out, we were already in like high school, you know? Going into high school. Yeah, we look it up. I'm definitely older than YouTube. Like I remember before YouTube, everything was VCR. See, I don't got kids around. I don't have to be kid friendly really because I don't have kids around me. That's why it's different on the internet. It's like I start reminding myself, oh, there's probably little kids watching too. Yeah, don't subscribe to my channel, kids. Welcome to the shadow band realm. Like that should be enough for you to know. I guess if you don't know what I'm talking about, though, you never will. What year was YouTube created? 2005. I was already in high school. San Mateo, California. Huh. That's a trip, bro. Like y'all got YouTube. I realized I was getting old when I seen young kids on American Idol saying, I grew up watching this show. And I was like, I didn't grow up watching this shit. I grew up watching Ninja Turtles and um, X Men, Spider Man, rap videos, music videos. That's why I loved YouTube. It was music videos all day. I was like, wait, they got music videos on here? What? That's sick. That's crazy. That's a trip, bro. That's 21 years ago. On Valentine's Day. It's almost 21 years old, and I was already 17 years old, you know? So when little kids are on here, I'm like, wow. Like, that's a treat. Your parents let you go on here? Because I was already almost 18. So, what are you going to say? Don't watch YouTube? Hey, go get a job, but come home before the streetlights are on, you know? I always had a fucking job. That's what I'm trying to say when people call me lazy. It's like, dude, I've been in the position that you're in. The shit you're complaining about, the working class, is my struggle. Except I didn't grow up in the ghetto. That's the only difference. Is I didn't grow up in the ghetto. I didn't have anybody getting me fucking jobs for the union. I didn't have that shit. I didn't have anybody hooking me up with jobs ever, really, bro. One job I had, somebody hooked me up with that I fucked up. Because I had some type of panic attack, bro. I was working in the school as a janitor, and I heard screaming from the locker room in the basement. I was like, I am getting out of here. This job is not for me. This place is not for me. I'm good. And I just left with the doors open and everything. I was like, bro, something is screaming down there. Nobody believes me. They all called me crazy. I went to go see a fucking therapist after that. You know? It's a good job, too. I didn't like it for that reason. I liked shoveling the snow for them. You got mad money, bro. I used to work during the holidays when I had that job. You know? They hit you up. You gotta get background check and everything and get the card for the Department of Education. And they hit you up. I never had luck getting city jobs after that. They don't like me. It's a society full of vultures, in my opinion. And they don't like when you're different from them. Like, bro, I'm the same species as you, but you treat me differently. You treat me like I'm a piece of do breath. Well, maybe my breath might stink a little bit if I don't brush my teeth. But I need dental work, bro. I'm not trying to kiss on your girl's cheek like that. I need dental work. My teeth don't even look fucked up like that all the way. But if you got close to me, I would show you. Like, yeah, I need dental work, bro. I've been in fights before, you know? That was a trip. Somebody telling me, like they never even got it yet, you know. But I was in the same ship. I had the same struggle, bro. I'm still in the same struggle, except it's not the same exact struggle. It's the same turmoil where somebody's trying to bother you, and you have a choice but to be around it. Really, well, I do. I could go be homeless if I want, I guess. But they they don't want me to do that. She don't want me to do that. My mother. I just don't like the way they act. You know, I try to stay away. I try not to interact with them too much. Cause I never liked it growing up, bro. I used to argue with them all the fucking time. All the fucking time. Never agree about nothing. And it's not cause of public school system, bro. It has to do with personal issues, you know? Like, you know, I can't have my personal taste. I gotta do it this way, this way, this way, but you're doing it the wrong way in the first place. And I'm trying to ask how to do it the right way. Like, show me the right way to do it, please. I don't want to make mistakes, you know? I don't want to sit there making mistakes on anybody. Not on purpose, not on accident, bro. Like, that's not good for me to do. You know? That's why I try to stay away from you. Because sometimes I'll talk to somebody that age like they're an adult. Like, bro, I don't even realize you're young because when I was that age, I was already knee deep in shit. I was already doing drugs, you know? I was already in it. So that's why I try to push my limit to myself. Like, I can't. I try not to talk to anybody like that. Especially on the internet. Like, oh, hey, you want to talk shit, right? Talk shit right back. I don't let you bother me. It's not like I sit up all night going, that person that commented, it fucking annoyed me. No, it's annoying if I see it. And then I block them. You understand? When they do the same thing over and over again. Like, you're little kids, bro. You need to go get spanked by your dad, bro. You even got one around you. Your mom probably pissed him off so fucking bad he went to go get milk and never came back. That's what I say about it. It's not to be disrespectful. It's like, bro, that's real life. You should go forgive your dad. Maybe you should blame your mom, forgive her, and then forgive your dad too. Because I know how it feels to be in a bad mood and walk away when I'm trying to stay around people. You know? For whatever the reason could be. Like, because I care. You know? You try to take advantage of the fact that I care. I have a good heart. And then I have to act cold-hearted to you so you don't come near me. You know? Because you get me in my emotions. People that get me out of character like that, like, I can't be doing that, bro. You know, like that fucking argumentative shit where everything is like, yeah, but that it's like, I understand that part of it. You act like I don't understand that. You know, this is, I don't know if you're doing that on purpose or if you're like, I'm not trying to insult you. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be one of those people like, yeah, your mother dropped you on your head. Like, they lower, that's the difference of dummies and narcissists. It's like narcissists try to lower you to that level on purpose. Like, wanting you to argue all the, and it's like, well, if you want to argue with me, I'm going to give you the energy right back. And then it's not going to bother me after I'm done talking to you. Because if I don't have contact with you, then I'm not going to argue as much. Clearly. That's the answer to the problem. That's why I go block. Doesn't matter if you're born with whatever genitalia you have or whatever your skin color or religion could be. If you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. No? They got words for that, bro. I call it miscreant, you know? People who love to act poorly is a miscreant. They love to act poorly. Like, they don't hold it back ever. They don't keep it private. You know, they don't keep that type of shit to themselves. Because I'm an open book, and I'll tell you what I keep to myself if I could trust you. It's like, oh yeah, I used to do that too. Like, I'm not embarrassed about what I used to do. It's not good. even if it's a bad reflection on them. I'm like, bro, they weren't even paying attention to me as a kid. And then they say I was spoiled by my grandparents. What? Because he took me fishing? Because he listened? He taught me how to tie my shoes? Oh, watch out. He knows that I didn't like the food touching, so he bought plates with dividers in it. So that means I'm spoiled. Like, bro, wasn't fat at that time either, though. When he was alive, I was not fat. He had me moving around. He was like, come on, wake up early, let's go fishing. All the time, bro. He was too young to die, you know? Looking back. Because another 30 years, I would be alright with that if I didn't have kids, you know? But if I had grandkids and kids, I would want to spend time with them, take them fishing. As long as my quality of life is good. You gotta take care of yourself a little bit. You're not gonna be healthy forever if you don't take care of yourself, right? I mean, I need reminders of that sometimes. But I remind myself, if I look in the mirror and see I'm getting fat, I'm like, all right, I gotta get back on it. But the older you get, the less quick you recuperate. You get more injuries. Especially doing ego lifting and you trying to outdo yourself and break records and shit. Like, yeah, those are outliers. There are plenty of people who are old that could do that. Run marathons, they're in their 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever. They're not trying to get first place, right? They just want to complete the race. Hey, that's like everybody else living. It's almost like you shouldn't be trolling somebody in the same position as you, because then maybe you'll end up in the same position too one day. And then by the time you got gray hairs in your head, the technology they're going to have up your asshole, track and tracing your every fucking movement, you'd be wishing you never said that shit to me, dog. You understand? It's not about me. It's about how you interact. You know, it's about how you interact with the world. How I'm interacting with the world is a reflection on me. How you interact with the rest of the world is a reflection on you. Because I'm not a narcissist. I don't act like people on my property. I'm like, oh, it's not about you're making me look bad. I'm like, you're disrespecting me. And that makes me look bad. Even if that makes me look bad, that's not what it's about. It's like you're disrespecting me. It's about me and you and I, not all of them. And you want to go around all of them, and I don't. I don't need all these friends all the time to be around me, having a big fucking crazy party. Like, bro, I was never that way. I used to keep to myself a lot. You know? It's not that I wanted to be accepted all the time, but it would have been nice to have more friends, I guess, when I was young. But looking back, what good would that have done? If everybody drops off the face of the earth anyway and gets their own life and gets their own family. Because they want to spread their DNA. Like, it's the primitive male thing. You want to spread your DNA. It's what we're here to do, you know, as a dude. Some girls don't understand. It's not to be rude, Little Miss Sunshine. It's not to be throwing rocks at us because we're so mean and we suck. This is how they were raising girls growing up, dude. And then you want me to watch princess movies too. For what? So I could play the king role, the prince role? Like, I don't care. That's mind control, dude. That's what I will say all the time. I don't say it at the Christmas party. I don't come around you and your family saying, this is all fake. But I like spending time with my family, even though I knew that's all fake at a young age. Like, that's why it doesn't matter as much to me. Like, I'm not here to get monetized. I'm not your babysitter. You know, I tell you, maybe you shouldn't watch this if you're not mature enough to handle the content. Because it's like references to serious things. Little children. Like, you should go listen to your parents. Not people like me. That's what I used to do when I was raised by a TV and a video game system and music coming through speakers. Same difference, bro. What's different of today? What is the difference today? Is like the ideology you want them to have? Is that the only difference? Because it is tampering with their DNA, but they were doing the same thing to you and me, is what I'm trying to say. And that's a rap bar. Intentionally, I was trying to make it rap. I was intentionally trying to make that rhyme. You know, because I'm not so dumb, stupid, mumbling. I actually was listening in school, even though it took a half a year extra to graduate and didn't go to college. Like, I don't like the setups. It's not that I don't like the rules. I don't like how you got this. Like, as soon as you're getting into the meat, they got the bell ringing, and it's like, bro, you want me to pay to get a real education? You want me to be dumb at a worker station if I don't get a college degree? But all these people bitching about how they don't have a job in the degree that they got. Like, why would I go to college then? Why wouldn't I learn from their mistake and not go? Because everybody's in the same boat, right? I used to say, what if the world could float? What if Noah's Ark is also not only literal, but also a symbol? Like, the world is the ark. Like, we're going somewhere. Like, you can transfer the energy somewhere else. It's called transmutation. You don't have to be a rude piece of garbage on me on my own page because you see me in a bad mood, you know? That's what you choose to do if you do that. And then you got all these people with PTSD. You can't even make comments on their page without them reacting in a bad way. They'll get mad at hello, you know? They'll get mad. You can't even make you can't do what they do, you know? They'll get insulted by you. It's like, well, I'm doing the same thing too. I was on this dude's page and he was rocking the MF Doom mask, and I was rapping a little bars in the comment section. And he was like, they said MF Doom was made for white dudes like me, but you like him too, as I can see, you know? And he was just complaining about how you can't even tell I'm rapping. You can't even tell I'm rapping. And I felt like going, well, that's why they're all racist against you, calling you dumb, making gorilla references. Because somebody that's trying to be on your side and rap with you, that knows about MF Doom, there you go, telling me go to the store because you didn't like my comment. Like, bro, I'm rapping bars just like you. What, you gonna hit me? Because I'm not from the zoo? Like, and then I sound racist too, you know what I mean? But I'm an animal just like you. Everybody's a beast in this world. We all got the meat suit. Number of man is the number of a beast. And then what? Am I racist for saying this? For like what? So you can make a joke to me, go to the store like I'm a little kid, even though I got gray hairs in my beard too. But I can't say, well, you disrespect me because I'm not from the zoo. So wait, you get offended by that? But I'm giving you respect for being from the zoo, and you're old. You understand? Like, do you get, like, do they have, is dumb in every people? Like, I understand because I've seen dumb people with every color on their hand. And I've seen smart people with every color on their hand. Because I grew up in New Yorkistan, where everything is for everybody comes there. You know, you take the boat to Manhattan, because that's what the city is to me. You just think of 42nd Street if I say New York, right? Times Square. New Year's Eve ball dropping. I ain't never been to the New Year's Eve ball dropping. I ain't never took one of those helicopters that lands in the Hudson Ocean. I ain't never did that shit. You know what I mean? I'm not one of them, is what I'm trying to say. I'm working alongside of you every day. Just like we just go to different places to lay our head. Except I don't got bread neither. You think I'm rich because the area they got, but I'm working the same jobs as you, having to come here where I'm not even accepted. And they're looking at me like a fool because the jobs I get. Because I didn't choose to go to the same school or some shit like that. When I was trying to give them a break. This is why I feel disrespected from my own blood. It ain't always about when it was bad growing up. Oh, you picking on me? No, it's about you getting me into some debt. Like you trying to trick me and shit. No, it's just a prank, bro. Yeah, but your prank is leaving me destitute. You know what I mean? Your prank is giving me a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to bust balls too, but god damn, like that's what you do. You don't know how to ease off. Because I said, oh yeah, I'll go to, he didn't block me, he put me in timeout. I was like, oh yeah, I'll go to the store, but I ain't coming back. I was like, that's why you're a hack, bro. You're doing somebody else's act. Come up with your own shit. That's what I felt like saying. I felt like waiting until the timeout was over and then saying, come up with your own shit, bro. Some people thrive off the conflict because it brings more, the drama brings more attention. And I don't want that. That's why I said, look at all these people. Look at it. Look how much drama I'm getting into from being around this. from what was happening last year? It's like, is it just agents trying to keep me away from me? Or am I feeling that too? Am I feeling? You don't feel similar to me because I feel like I need to get away from all of this, especially you. Like you're a lot of the cause of that feeling in my head. Like somebody's after me, people after me and shit. I felt like that for a long time in my life, but they were one of the people that made me think it in my head the most. Because every time, there they are. You turn the corner, there they are again. Jabberwocky. The boogeyman. You know? Fucking Beetlejuice. Like, I get it. I like you, but, like, this is... Seems like you don't like me. It's like the things you do... My life gets messier in a certain way. And then I don't want to do the things I'm supposed to do. Look after my health. Like, eating healthier, regular... Every time I'm starting to regularly exercise again, it's like you want to argue. They want to argue with you about something. It's not just one person doing this shit. There's plenty of ball busters in the world that are, like, lucky they don't just get cracked in their face every day. Because we're living in a society, you know. You're supposed to... I understand about respect, because not everybody went away. I had to come home and learn that respect lesson in that way. But, like, you shouldn't... Like, I understand talking shit. You shouldn't be putting your hands on people for what they say. But there's certain things you shouldn't be saying either, right? Like, these First Amendment auditors, I agree with them. They're in public. They're allowed to record you. You shouldn't be putting your hands on them. But, at the same time... It definitely is rude and obnoxious if you don't want to answer questions that they're asking. Because they're a little curious about where their image is going. But if you come up polite, they'll probably give you... They could tell. The people with the camera could tell who's going to be a fucking problem. Like, bro, you be giving me a problem and I got the camera flipped on myself. Is what I'm trying to say. And if I didn't have it rolling to this day, it'd be more of that shit happening. Because you have to get it live action. You have to get it. It's not like, because, you know, once you already get it rolling and the shit is already escalated, there's not really even a point unless it's like further. You don't want it to escalate further, you know, because it does seem antagonistic when you just putting cameras in people's face. Like, I see both sides of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you all need to relax. Like, is that how you get money? Just getting lawsuits and shit? That's crazy, bro. And then you call me a bug out if I'm like, well, I'm sovereign and I understand the straw man argument, but I identify with it when I'm behind the wheel because I'm entering a contract on the roads they paved through the taxation grift. I have to give them my identification, make sure my insurance is legit, and then you act like I'm a miscreant because I'm getting I get harassment still, but I don't bitch about it. I say you're ill, you laughing, and then I laugh at them because they try to keep you from having income. Some people will do that. I guess that's not a thing where you boycott and then see. But the thing is, I'm asking you what for. Like, what's the good enough reason for that? Because I could think of plenty of people you would have a good reason to do that to. You know, the things they've done in life. Like, I could see there's a reason for that. You know, like, well, what's the reason why they're stopping you in the first place? Because everybody else is not seeming to have a problem all the time. You know. But then you want to make it about every other issue. You know? Oh, it's the way I look. It's because I use the tissue. And I'm like, well, I try to just give them a little space and respect. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing nothing wrong. That's why I'll show you my ID because I'm not doing nothing wrong. Now, if they go track and tracing me because I look suspicious for some reason, now that should be urgency to you. You know, now that should be of utmost importance. Like, oh, that's what they do to people not doing anything, really. Like, how many years ago was the thing they did for you to get that? Is there a statute of limitations for you to be track and tracing? Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to track and trace anybody like that. I'm not you. I'm not checking for anybody like that unless I like what they do. And if they don't want me to be liking it, I actually respect when people don't want me to watch their content or like their shit. It's like, they obviously don't like me, so I try to back off, you know? I'm not that type of person. Like, you have to be with me. I tell you, if you need my help, I'm still there for you. I'm not going to push myself on you like that. You don't just get to keep coming back around me for using my energy and just every time you need something and get to flat leave me every time. and act like, if you've done that to me plenty of times, act like I'm not supposed to expect that from you. Like, you can't get offended that I expect you to ghost me, you know? I don't romanticize about that. I don't care. Like, go, that's closure. Go ahead, ghost yourself. We'll do it again. You know what I mean? It's not, they're not the only one that's ever done that, is what I'm trying to say. You know how many people have done that to me in life? Where I had resentment from God for that. And where it's like, damn, here one day, gone the next, bro. Taking all the people I want to talk to. For personal reasons, is what I thought. Like, I'm relying on these people to help me feel normal. And I have to go to God. I have to respect the time I had with them before they're gone. If somebody's making it miserable for you to be around them, then how are you supposed to respect all that time you had with them? Like, your view of it is different than mine. So that's how conversations go, though. Because I could go what you want to say. I don't have to finish what I need to say, is what I'm trying to say to anybody listening. Like, well, he's talking to himself all day. Look, if you had a conversation, yeah, I'd be having a good conversation. Because I listen to what you say, and I add on to it. I don't just wait to respond. I don't just wait to finish what I'm trying to say, you know? I take what you say into my brain and process it a little bit. And then if what I wanted to say comes back into it, if I remember it, then I remembered it. It's not a big deal. I could take getting cut off in conversations like that. I could take it. But at the same time, so you gotta learn to listen. Pay attention, you know? Not everybody cares about the same shit. I already know that. I'm not acting like you need to believe me. Look at them. Look at the light missing. Look at the. I'm not acting like you have to believe me, and am I? I make a joke out of it while I'm driving. And that's just a testament to God and my skill as a driver that I could hold the camera. It's not like I'm on the phone doom scrolling. I could hold the camera and go, look, 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 and entertain myself with it while I'm driving and not get into a fucking accident for like a decade. Like, shut your mouth, you know? I don't care. That's how I feel about it. Like, okay, they could be watching. You don't think they watch everybody? If you say, why would they watch me? And if I think that about something, when you have a track and trace in society, you could track your UPS package coming to where you want to be at, right? But God forbid you say that about anything else. Now you're a conspiracy theorist and a paranoid, delusional person, right? So that's why it's like, look, it's a synchronicity. You know, that's what I say about it. Look, it's a synchronicity. They do that shit to you. They want you to be like, oh my God, like, you know, out beside yourself so that they could control you. When you in that emotional state, people can control you. You don't think, what do you think Get Rich in Mind is about? So if I'm letting myself get out of it, you don't think I have control over that? It's not a borderline personality disorder if I'm doing it to entertain you, speaking to a camera, rapping on a microphone with a beat behind me, ceiling appreciation stream. It's like, oh yeah, you don't know me like that. That's why you just get blocked. You don't understand what I'm doing, so I just block you from annoying me and distracting me. You understand? I don't gotta hit people. God will pay you back in due time. And if you learn from your mistakes, he'll pay you in a good way. It's called repentance. It's not just a religious thing to say, to go repent. Like, turn away from the mistake you make and learn the right way to do it and try to correct it, you know? Like, so, just because I have a little bit of a mess here and I need to vacuum again, if I drop a glass of water, I wouldn't leave it there, you don't understand? Like, I would have to change up what I'm doing and put a paper towel there. Even though, like, you know, I'm not flicking ashes on the floor just because I have to vacuum. You understand? I'm not that type of man, bro. I don't come up treating your place like a trash can just because mine is a little cluttered, you know? Because then I get low energy. That's the thing. I have energy to do things, and then I don't want to do that. It's not even about being lazy. It's like, I just don't want to do that. all these other things I need to do. Sometimes I need a day to just rest. You're not even sick. You just need to rest. A day of rest, right? It says that in the Bible, bro. Like, why are you stressed about whatever the fuck? Like, you watching TikTok all day and shit, you know, like Instagram. Like, I don't do that. I don't doom scroll, bro. As much as, like, obviously all these people with the lowest attention span, bro. But the thing is, the older you are, if you're doom scrolling and you're older than me, you grew up in a society where you had all the cognitive ability. Like, it doesn't matter as much. Nobody's expecting them to be as cognitive as a younger man, right? That's why that people getting disrespected. To all the younger kids getting disrespected because they had to work with their hands a lot of the times, even if they didn't all the time. They had to do things with their hands at one point or another. It was way more analog, and I'm the same way. But I'm old enough to know why they're that way, because I grew up with this shit all day. With the fucking internet crackling, and you got kicked off the phone or you got kicked off the internet when somebody picked up the phone. You sound like Matt Damon. Somebody said I look like him one time. I was like, you're bugging, bro. It's because I had a bald head. I shaved my head bald, and that movie, The Martian, was something like that. Some movie where he had a bald head. It's because he's Irish, bro. All of us mixed look alike. I'm mostly Irish in my DNA. If I got a DNA test today, it would probably say 65% Irish, 50% Irish. It's an Irish thing, bro. You know, Irish is in my blood. I'm the belief of Irish people is that you're Irish no matter where you are. Is it racist? But I don't have treaties where I could just go become an Irish citizen because I got shamrocks on my skin tattooed and Irish blood in my veins. You know, I'm still from another country. But I try to put God above me and all that. Because without God, you wouldn't have anything. You wouldn't have America or any other country. You know? God is before all that. Put the things of the Lord first, and then all things shall be added to you after. Right? I mean, I know people don't want to hear that most of the time. Do you ever think I say that stuff to, like, get people away from me? Like, it's like, pew, 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 pew. It's like pepper spray. Pew, pew, pew. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Like, they don't like it, so I just get them away. I'm like, good, demons, go away. Get out of here. Like when you spray the cat with the bottle of water. That's how I feel about it. I'd say an ugly version of Matt Damon. That's what I said, bro. I'm like, oh, ugly version of Matt Damon. I don't sound like Matt Damon. I don't even know what Matt Damon sounds like. I don't pay attention to them. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay attention to them. I pay attention to you. You know, I pay attention to the people that pay attention to them. It's just what I do. Nah. I have a friend that wants me to go to Mormon church by me, but it's kind of far away. I don't have to go to mass every day or every week. That's religious speak. You know, that's church dogma. You don't have to. If you read the book, it doesn't say anything about going to mass every Sunday or Saturday. They actually got mad at the Lord for working during the Sabbath. Remember? Have you read the book? Because I don't worship Joseph Smith, you know. I worship the Messiah. A lot of the people are just. It's not that they're a liar intentionally. They're just fooled by liars. So all lies come from the devil. Jesus called Peter Satan, right? He called Peter Satan. Jesus got betrayed by Judas for silver. 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 Oh. Like, get out of here. Fucking shill. Take your shills and get the fuck out of here. That's what I feel like. That's why I don't like money. That's why I'm having, like, aversion to money. Fucking hate it. It changes people. It makes them evil when they get so greedy. It's not money is not the problem. It's like the love of money, right? For the love of money is the root of all evil. And that's exactly what got Jesus killed. Like, think about it. One of his own disciples. Makes me sad to think about sometimes. Like, how could you do that to your bro in that way? It's not like just sharing your girl. And people lose friendships over that shit. So be thankful you're not Jesus, right? They hated Jesus first, bro. His own fucking disciples. He's the one telling you your enemies will be in your own house if you follow him. And you want to act like it's all good? Like, you're not going to get tested if you actually... So if you follow me, if you follow Grim, and you want to follow what I do, then you're not going to like it, because I try to follow him. And I get tested daily, because I'm far from perfect. I get temptations like a motherfucker. You have no idea. Wicked, wicked. The wants of the heart are wicked and profane. So you should keep the ways of the Lord above you. That's what it says in the book, bro. I ain't one of these fucking Bible thumpers trying to quote scripture to you all day, though. You wouldn't even believe that I follow that until you see that I got a crucifix on my leg and a crucifix on my arm. And all these shamrocks represent the same thing. It's a holy trinity. But that's idolatry, right? It's a Catholic thing. Using the shamrock as the cross, as a symbol to say they could worship Jesus in Ireland. That's why four-leaf clovers ain't got nothing to do with mix, bro. That's not an Irish thing. There's no four-leaf clovers in Ireland. Shamrocks are Irish. If you find a four-leaf clover in Ireland, you're a lucky motherfucker, bro. Must be at the end of a rainbow. Hey, watch out. It might be a leprechaun trying to pop your booty hole. Piss on a Blarney Stone so you could kiss it. I don't think any of them worship Joseph Smith. I don't know. He's the one that started that. That's part of the doctrine in that he went to Utah, right, and started a religion back in the 1800s or something like that. He started a new version of Christianity. That's a false prophet, bro. If you want me to go with what the Bible says, that's a false prophet. They weren't preaching about Jesus until recently. They changed the name to the Church of the Latter-day Saints. Right? I mean, I know my history. So I'm not trying to disrespect people that want to go that way. I would give it a chance. I haven't found the church I belong to yet, bro. You know what I say? I am the church. But I'm not the head of it. You know, I try to treat my body like it's a temple on most days. I go fasting all the day, all the time. I only ate one little tiny frozen burrito today. Organic pinto beans and cheddar cheese. Oh yeah, I had the Diablo sauce from Taco Bell on it too. That's what I do, bro. But then I smoke. Then I go eat Popeyes or some shit. Like, you know, I'm not perfect. I don't look like I don't have the Adonis model. I don't have a Greek statue build, bro. I'm sure if I worked at it, I could. I was doing that. During the lockdowns, I was way more fit. Now it's hard to find a job either way. So what's the difference? Might as well work out, right? It's like one big prison. That's what Dead Prez try to tell you. Right? Behind enemy lines. That's why I don't get mad at those people that are ignorant to me, because they act like white people are ignorant to them. But I'm not one of those people that's like, well, I'm on the same team as you, bro. It's like, no, I like Malcolm X more than Martin Luther King. Okay? May 15th is Malcolm X Day. May 15th is Malcolm X Day, bro. Why don't they celebrate it in the same way? Hey, at least I don't just put them both on the same day. If he was born in February, then they would have to share a day. I guess naming city streets after them is good enough, right? Make the areas real tough to live in. So they have an excuse to be that way, you know? Well, you should have some pride in yourself a little bit. Like, clean up your fucking sidewalk, bro. You wonder why they call you that shit. Like, clean up your fucking area, bro. You're the one selling drugs to your family. Like, you're a cancer on your own society, and you blame white boys and shit like that. Well, you gave us the thought, but you're doing it. Like, you gonna blame the devil at the end of your life? Come on, son. You're older than that. Like, you're the one selling the fucking drugs to them, if that's you. I'm not saying that's what they all do. But if that's you, you're the one doing it, right? That's you. Like, are you going to bust me for saying it, or are you going to hate me forever? Because I had plenty of friends that were darker than you. If you darker than me. And I know Darkman X would agree. Like, hip-hop is for everybody, bro. That's what he was said. That's what I was like, yeah, he said MF Doom is for everybody, so I'll give you that. I'm not a hater. You know, I'm not a hater on people, bro. I don't let the internet dictate what I believe in, or the TV screens, or anything. I see them spraying the shit in the sky, and I'm like, that's not good. I don't need anybody else to tell me that. You understand? I don't need anybody else to tell me that the things with the most ingredients probably aren't healthy. Probably not the best. So, like, the organic hot dog is actually better for me than your McDonald's restaurants and Popeyes too. Hey, it's like $7 when it's on sale, so it's still expensive, but at least you get more than 2 meals out of it. That's what I have to do, bro. I fast all day. I have 2 glizzies, you know, cheese dog. Maybe I have chili cheese dog sometimes too. Like, what's the big deal, dude? Are you upset that I use mayonnaise on it instead? Because I would put the ketchup on it too if it was the good one. That's what I should do. Ketchup and mayo on a cheese dog with a brioche bun. See, I'm just like you. I eat the glizzy, bro. I'm not picky. You act like I'm on some bullshit. You act like I'm like got this standard of living that I need to live up to. Like, no, I just wanted a little. I just need to like not be around negativity all the time. You know? Is that enough for you? Like, because if I stand up to you, then it's gonna bring more negativity. You know what I mean? So I just let you go. Fuck you. Like, you go fuck yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. You could go fuck yourself and then blame whatever group of people all day. And I'm never gonna be that way. Even if I could name the characteristics and the traits, like, that doesn't make me a bigot and a racist and a supremacist. Like, bro, go that way. You know what I'm saying? I've been in that position too, where somebody's telling me, go that way. You're not welcome here right now. Like, they're actually doing me a favor by telling me that. Because it's not them that's the hater, but there's a hater around. You know what I mean? Especially if you don't like my behavior when I'm drowning my sorrows, if I'm drunk. And then I'm all fucking pissed because you're doing some backdoor shit to me. No, you know, pause. You act like you're getting me some shit and then you take it away from me. You act like I should trust you. I don't even need that. My name is that. You know, I don't trust them. I trust the Lord more than them. And then you try to use that against me. Like, how do you think that's going to look to him? If you do that to me. Well, you look at me like I'm less than you. But the way you treat me, like, you tell me I'm awesome, and then you treat me like I'm less than you. And you disrespect me constantly. See, if I'm going to be disrespectful at all to you, I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass and act like I love you. You should respect that shit, bro. I'm not trying to talk shit all day to your face. even if I'm saying it here and you think it's about you. Like, go get a hobby, right? Go do something productive. Go swing the kettlebell. Go look up your favorite porno star. Like, go do something. Something other than crying, complaining like you say I'm doing. When I'm the one that was working in the rain during a worker shortage, not getting paid enough for anything. At least I was still able to save enough, a little bit. I was still able to save a couple $1,000. Fuck you think I'm a little kid? Like, I don't go based on my whims, just looking for happiness, and my feelings and emotions are the most important. That's not what I am. That's not who I am, bro. That's not your role as a man in society. That's a little boy, right? That's a little girl doing that. Only for that. Only for that. And I'm like, well, I do what I like to do, but it's also something that gets me money too, right? I like to go fishing, but it gets me food in my freezer if I catch enough. If I'm feeling like I need to keep it. You understand? Just because I was playing games at the garbage company, like, oh, this is a game, throwing the bags in the back of the truck. Not playing head games with people. But you want to fucking, this guy's almost taking my head off with street signs. I'm not supposed to talk about, and I say, yeah, privileges, bro. Every time he come in. I'm like, bro, they let you off after murking people. And you have this job with me when I'm not even half as evil as you. Good thing I'm not the judge, bro. That's what I used to say. And then he's trying to disrespect my beliefs all day. Like, that's against my First Amendment, dude. This is a private sector, so you want everything to be privatized? You have to pay for all that? Or can you have some bureaucracy where the government does have a say in what's okay? Like, you shouldn't be treating people that way. Are you okay with them saying? Because the government should be doing that. But it just depends on, like, do you trust them? Like, I don't really trust them. That's the thing. That, like, they're just as bad, right? That's why you gotta have a plan. You gotta have faith that God has a plan. Like, everything happens for a reason. Miseries are divine blessings, you know? Type of shit they say. Olive, no, I don't do that, bro. I don't know who you are. And I don't know who that is. Sorry. You just gave me a new rule. Sorry. Sorry, bro. You know? I don't mean to be, it's not that I'm sensitive. I don't want to say that out loud. And I don't know what that is. Like, you trying to get me to say some weird shit. You know? Sorry. My bad if you didn't mean anything by it. Cause I'm showing you that I could be quiet. You know what I'm saying? I could be quiet. I could sit here quiet, bro. Nothing on. I want silence. Value silence? Ever? I know I do. I value it more than anything sometimes. I got tinnitus in my ears all day from having leaf blowers on my back. What's up? I value silence, you know? It's a valuable thing. Especially, I was grateful to grow up in the borough that didn't have as much loud noises all the time. Like, you know, it's not as much of a city. The fifth borough, the forgotten borough. It's definitely different from the other boroughs. That's why I can vibe in out here. I can vibe out over here because I grew up over there. Like, it's just a bigger version of that. It's landlocked. But they hear my accent and they think I'm like a fucking asshole maybe. It's always based on how you sound too. Is a funny thing. It's not what you said; it's how you said it. I don't know. Maybe if I was a dog, but you could be like, "Come on, dickhead, come on, come through the door. I'll hold the door open for you, asshole." Like you could say it nice all day. I'd be like, "Why are you calling me an asshole, bro? You treat me like a dog. You treat dog like a person. There's something wrong with you." You know. You make people who like dogs look bad. You know, you make me not like dogs or dog owners. People like that make you not like that shit. You know, they always gotta bust your balls about something. Like, you're so sensitive. Actually, I'm not, bro. The fact that you know it bothers me and I'm not saying shit about it usually would prove to you and me that I'm not so sensitive, right? Well, you're bringing it up now. Yeah, because it's on my mind. I always gotta hear a dog fucking barking at me. I don't even want to be around it. It's not even a real dog, bro. It's like a miniature nothing. I could protect this house more than that fucking thing without a gun. Throw a fucking kettlebell at your face, bro. Oh, watch out. He's inciting violence. He's not making a joke about having to respond with violence to an oppressive behavior. God damn. Like, you know what I mean? You made everybody so soft in this place. You made everybody soft. You know? The way they troll me is it's like they think I'm soft like that. Like, it doesn't bother me, bro. You could talk about whatever you want here. I'm not censoring you, really. Until you want me to say some dumb shit, or you keep saying the same shit over and over again. Like, I could see, you're a distraction. Like, you're a robot. Even if you're not actually in a machine, like, you're a robot. You have robot tendencies. You should go listen to AI tell you when to wipe your ass and take your pills and eat the baby food and like, you should go do that. I could see the use for all that. Like, I know what they're doing. I'm not even in favor of them. I don't think they're good humans, but I could see the point of it. Like, yeah, they're making you stupid and afraid of guns, and that's why you don't want to own one. You know, like, when the technology in your hand is just as harmful, it can be just as harmful to your family as a gun. The cell phone, the tablet, cable box, video games, music playing. It could be more damaging, bro. Somebody could put ideology in your seed's head that you'll never get out of their head. I guess it's the same thing as a fucking bullet, right?